We had a very
Great intro.
All right. Welcome back to another episode of the BUMcast. Today we've got our lovely guests, Moon Reservoir. Now, why don't you all go and introduce yourselves?
Yeah, my name is Evan Zerilgan. I play the bass guitar, and I also do the vocal stuffs.
My name is David Bridgman. I play guitar and I sing.
My name is Jackson Danucci. I play drums. No singing.
Does not sing.
Don't
Does not
anti-singing.
Hates
Come on.
singing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh my
You guys
God.
would be a #1 charting band if you just had Jackson singing.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
But every time he hears singing, he starts to like go.
Yeah,
get a
it's
little
like
upset.
it's
I
like
see, I
guttural.
see.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I see.
I get the shakes.
All right. Now, our first question here, we do this pretty much for every band. I think every band so far.
Mhm.
We have a very important inside source question.
Oh God.
So today, our inside source question is, who is Shavid?
What the? What the?
Am I allowed to say bad words?
Yeah.
What the? How do you? I don't know
What
how
is
you know about that.
See,
Shave it is just me without a beard.
We have
That's
an
what-
inside source. That's how we know
Okay.
about
I
it.
don't know how you found out about that. That's like 4 people.
That's
call
like
me
a
that.
that's like a Nardwar like.
That is
level
like a
question.
Nardwar.
We know
Yeah.
everything about you, David.
Yeah, that's a joke from high school, which was like 5 years ago for me, because my mom wanted me to shave my beard for my senior photos, so I did, and everyone called me Shavid for like the 2 weeks that I didn't have a beard.
Hell yeah.
It's a
Wow,
great
yeah.
story.
I can't imagine that.
Yeah.
It was brutal.
Do you have
it was brutal.
pictures?
It wasn't like. It was like teasing. It wasn't like bullying. I wasn't being actively
Yeah.
bullied for not having a beard.
Well, that's good to know.
But that's a time long past. I've kind of forgotten about that.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Well, we wanted to talk about your guys' new single, Cling.
Mhm.
Where did you record it, and what was the process like?
We recorded it with me and him. We both teach. That's like how we met. We teach at the Boise Rock School. So our boss Jared, a good pastor, who's been like involved with a bunch of different projects. Like he's doing like Floating Witch's Head's record right now, and just a bunch of like older people in the scene. We recorded it with him. So he recorded and mixed it, and Andy Agenbrod, who works at the Chop Shop, and he's done like, he did stuff for my previous band. He did, I think, like Switchful Lotus's like first record. He mastered it. Writing wise, I don't know, because I kind of like, I wrote that on my own, and then I brought it to this band. And at first I showed it to David, and he was like, this is not a song for this band. But then I was like, David, this is a song for this band. What do you mean?
And then it was a song.
And then
for
it
this
became
band.
a song for this
Now it
band.
is-
and that's
it
like the
is.
first, I think that's like one of the first songs that we like.
It's the
played
first
all
song we
together.
did, because you sent me like a garage band demo of it,
That's right, yeah.
and I thought it was a song for your old band, and then you were like, oh no, we're doing this. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's still my favorite song that we've done. I still think it's our best song.
Yeah. So
It wasn't a song for the band, but now it is the song for the band.
Exactly,
So,
It is
exactly.
the Moon Reservoir song now, international classic.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So what kind of inspirations went into making Cling?
A lot of pinback.
You're gonna hear that a lot.
You're gonna hear,
that
be
a
prepared.
lot.
You're gonna hear that a lot. Pinback's like my favorite band.
Mhm.
Actually, you know, the funny thing was, after we played our first show, Preston Vias, he like posted pictures of our first show, and he put "Crushed by Pinback" like on his Instagram story as the song, and I was like, that literally was like the inspiration behind Cling. So yeah, a lot of like, I mean, David said a while ago, we sound like Pinback meets Interpol meets Built to Spill,
Mhm.
which I think is especially, I think that's a good mix of bands, especially for that song in particular. I think lyric wise, I wrote it about 2 things in particular, one of which was my that was a voice crack, Jesus Christ. My great-grandfather lived in Germany during World War II, and it's almost like he was like kind of drafted by the German army to like go and fight in World War II, and he was like a total pacifist. Like he didn't want to kill anybody, and so the German army was like, all right, well, we're gonna throw you in a concentration camp because you're not gonna do our bidding, basically. And so one night in the concentration camp, he like got up to go use the bathroom, and like armed forces like bombed the concentration camp, and a wall came down behind him, and he just like Jesus, he like just bolted, and he just walked through the countryside of just Germany for like 3 days, and he stumbled onto a cabin and knocked on the door. This is like movie shit, by the way. This is like
Yeah.
I tell this story often, and people are like, what the fuck, this happened? And I'm being 100% for real. It did happen, like kind of like this. He went and knocked on the door, and a young lady opened the door to the cabin, and it was my grandmother. And that's how the two of them met. So partially it's about that. Partially it's about a lot of it's World War II, which is really weird. In Twin Falls, I forget the exact wording for it, but during World War II, the government was like very suspect of like any Japanese citizens. So basically they made, I hate to call it American concentration camps, but it's effectively what they are. They rounded up a bunch of Japanese people, and there was a camp out in Twin Falls, like right outside Twin Falls, and I went and visited it like a couple of years ago, and that whole experience kind of stuck with me. So when I was writing Cling, I kind of was like, I want to write about both of those kind of experiences like combined together. And that's kind of like the title of the song is like, you're clinging for hope, like you're clinging on to hope, and like that things will get better. So yeah, that's kind of the whole process behind that,
Nice.
how I wrote that song.
That song was the most like fully formed,
Yeah.
like, brought to us before we had anything to do with it. I think my only real like contribution to it composition wise is that little lick I do at the very end.
Yeah.
Which is because the song has basically the same chord progression as "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies.
Yeah, like the
And-
main chord progression is like dead on like that song.
And so I did my best Joey Santiago impression at the end of the song with this little lick that I do.
Nice.
I think that's the only thing I added to it.
Yeah. I think that was when we like started like playing music together. I think that was like the first like really fully formed song that we had going into it. Like, okay, this is, here are all these bits and pieces, and you know, we all did it, and it sounded good. We liked it, so excited for people to officially hear it and have it be out
Yeah.
officially.
It will be out by the time this podcast is up.
It will be. It will be.
Sweet.
Well, we did a short interview with Moon Reservoir at Flipside
We did.
Fest. And you guys described your music as guitar music. So, like, how would you define that?
It's music that uses guitars. I mean, guys, come on. No, I got asked this question. Hold up, 1 second. I have time issue. This is gonna drive me nuts.
Important.
Yeah, we got important stuff going on this podcast, guys. Guitar music, I kind of just put as a broad like generalization, because a lot of people, like if I meet people and I tell them I play in a band, they're like, oh, what genre of music do you play? And it's always like, oh, we play like indie rock, like mixed with shoegaze, mixed with post-punk, and there's all these like different like subgenres. I think I even said that like in the like that interview that we did at Flipside. So it's just kind of like a broad generalization of like what we do. Like we play guitar music, like. But I think more specifically, like I don't know, what would you guys characterize that as? Like what some influences? Because we said Pinback meets Interpol meets Built to Spill. I'm trying to think of what else.
I kind of stand by that. I feel like that's the best possible
Yeah.
description.
It really is, yeah. I mean, not to be like, we're basic boys, but we just write the music that we like, and I think
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really think just me personally, I don't really think about it all that much. Like, oh, I'm gonna write this kind of song going into it. Just kind of what happens when all of us get together.
yeah,
kind of
and putting like a genre on a band can sometimes be really like suffocating to get stuck in that
Yeah.
same mindset.
Yeah. Well, then also it's kind of like people expect you to like live up to that standard of being that one thing where it's like, no, we're not that one thing. We want to be all these different things. So
As long as we have guitar, we're doing our job.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
exactly.
chilling.
Guitar music.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the idea of genre abolition. Just
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
cares about genre? Because if you define yourself by one thing, then people who like that one thing and don't like other things are gonna not like you when you do other things.
Right.
You should just do what you want and not care what anyone thinks. And like, I feel like a lot of bands are scared to do that, and that's how you end up with like bands that were once good, just kind of doing the same thing forever.
Like Interpol.
like Interpol. Yeah,
See,
not
those
not
poor
even gonna lie.
guys.
Oh,
Poor guys haven't made a good record in like 15 years. Sorry, Interpol.
yeah. So if
True.
if Interpol is watching, sorry.
I'm sure
to deliver
Paul
that
Banks
harsh truth.
is
He's
like
tuning
They're
in
huge
right now.
fans
This
of
green,
Boise
he's here.
Underground Media.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like, obviously we have our influences and like what we like, but I think when we get together and try to write stuff, it's kind of just like whatever sounds cool to us.
Yeah.
Like if we're like jamming something out and we like stumble on like a certain like chord progression or a lyric or whatever, then we'll stop and be like, hey, that sounds cool. Let's build on that. And I think that type of collaboration is pretty unique for this band. So and I think it's cool.
Generally, we just pick out a different mix of 7 chords and major 7 chords each time.
Like most indie bands do,
Yeah.
pretty much.
and then generally Jackson plays the drums.
Typically. I try my best.
Typically,
you
yeah.
know.
He doesn't really have to worry about the whole major 7 thing. He just
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
has to, play on the beat.
Exactly. I try my. It can be tricky sometimes. Some of the songs these guys write, ooh boy, they get a little spicy. But I try my best. I lay down some 8th notes, 16th notes, maybe even.
Yeah.
What is the hardest Moon Reservoir song to play? I feel like
It's-
they're not that difficult.
No, it's probably either the Climber because I'm switching between like triplets and then just like standard 16th notes throughout it.
Mhm.
But other than that, I don't know. They all have like their different sections.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I know that Seeker.
I was gonna say Seeker.
new kind of hotness. It's that one's gonna be. It just has that whole like breakdown
build-up
section.
section,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
just a lot of 16
Yeah.
notes in a row, and then I think Stumped as well with that like slow down ending. I end up doing like 30-second notes and 16th note triplets, but other than that, they're all pretty
This
straightforward.
is all just a bunch of music theory shit, by the way.
Yeah, I don't know. As like a drummer, like that's what
Getting insight.
it's tricky to be like what's complex as like a drummer.
Yeah.
Because like either like time signature changing, we don't really do a whole ton of. The other project I'm in is doing a lot of weird time signature stuff now, which that's like tricky just for counting.
Yeah.
But like in ours, it's just mostly like subdivisions, things like that,
Yeah.
and just how fast we play for how long. My poor meager little arms, they struggle.
Yeah. I usually just always write stuff in 4/4.
It's a classic.
I can't, don't have that big of a brain. I can't be like, let's write in 16/4, guys, or 12/7, or
Do we have any songs in 3 or 6?
the end of Climber.
Right, End of Climber.
Yeah.
End of Climber. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, and there's like 7s and fade out, but that's only guitar.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
I mean, why go past 4, really? Like, I can't
Exactly.
count to 13.
Yeah.
exactly.
It's just like,
Yeah.
As it
you-
gets.
I
the
can't,
point?
I can't
Yeah,
count any
what's the
higher than
point?
that. There's
Mhm.
no point in doing that, because if you go past 4, it's like, come on, man. What do you just, that's a lot of brain power to take to count all that long.
Exactly. Only
Yeah.
4 cardinal directions. We don't need a
Exactly.
fifth. Like,
It's
come
the
on.
natural order of
Exactly.
things. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
4, and that's it. Yeah,
Yes,
I agree.
sir.
All right, so our next question we've kind of already touched on a bit in the way you guys described your sound, but we kind of wanted to know, what are your favorite guitar music bands or projects? And if you want, you can just say the same thing, but if you've got other things, just go ahead and say those.
Just like in general. Or
Yeah,
like
just
for
in
this-
general, what
okay.
are your guitar music
Um,
influences?
Damn, that's a good question. I think the 3 that we mentioned, like Pinback, Interpol, Built to Spill, definitely really influenced by like Joy Division, Gang of 4. Some of like that really old school like 70s like post-punk stuff. Television, that's another one.
Mm-hmm.
There's some. Jag is laughing.
Been getting into television.
That was what I was thinking.
Television's so good. They're so good. R.I.P. Tom Verlaine. He passed away beginning of last year.
Yeah.
There's like some emo in what we do a little bit. Some like sunny day real estate, perhaps.
Definitely.
Maybe some title fight.
Yeah.
Some kind of like shoegaze adjacent bands, like Duster, like I think is one. Like
Duster. For
Slow
sure.
Dive, maybe
Mhm.
maybe a little bit.
Slow Dive for sure, and like Curse.
Yes, yeah, for sure. I think that's a good comparison. Yeah. What about you guys?
So are we talking just guitar music that we like, or guitar music that influences what we're doing in Moon Reservoir?
I think I just asked
Because
the
those
same
Just
question.
whatever.
The
Did
question
you?
we have
I'm
written
sorry.
down is what are your favorite guitar music
Mhm.
artists or
Okay.
songs?
That's a great question.
So just I guess.
The ones I'm most into right now gotta be. I never stopped being into Radiohead. I listen to a lot of Radiohead.
They're so guitar music.
They're so guitar
So
music.
guitar music.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're not guitar music.
I've been listening to a lot of Blowout. You know that song?
That's a good song.
That's such
yeah.
a good song. That's probably like the only good song off that first record.
And I think you and Creep are good. We've had this discussion
I
before.
Creep is like, since me and Jackson teach music,
Okay.
I hear Creep so often that
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, I'm like, oh my god, if I have to hear, I feel like Tom York these days. I'm like, if I have to hear Creep one more time.
It's such a meme, but like it's so good. You know,
It's a great
like
song.
I really love that song, but it's just
It's
so,
such a,
it's such a
no, you're
meme.
absolutely right.
You can't
Yeah.
like say, oh yeah, one of my favorite songs is "Creep" by Radiohead, because then everyone's like, oh yeah, of course,
Yeah.
the song that has like 1.5 billion streams on Spotify.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
yeah,
I would say the what I'm most into right now got to be Radiohead. Like my favorite band is Everything Everything. And I'm really into like pop music. So I feel like I bring the most pop to our sound
Yeah.
of any
I
of us.
would-
That's kind of what I bring,
We
if anything. It's like
there's a quick story involving everything. Back in September, we did 2 shows in Utah, and we were driving over, and for like half of the drive, David played nothing but everything. Getting me educated on it. He was like, "No,
Okay, well,
this song
you're-
this song is really good. This song is really good."
okay. Well, you're missing some valuable context here.
Okay.
The premise for the entire drive was, hey, let's swap off showing each other
That's
albums.
true. That's true.
And
Well, like-
I was like, and you said you wanted to show me 2 Pinback albums.
That's true.
So I was
That's
like,
true.
oh, well, can I show you 2 Everything
There you
albums?
go.
And you said yes. And then I
It was
only
an even
played those 2
trade-off.
albums. So I think you're missing some valuable
I
context with
didn't.
that story.
Yeah. We also listened to Jeff Rosenstock.
We did listen
That
to
Jeff Rosenstock
because
is so
at
good.
that point the Hell Mode had just come out. Who, by the way,
Yeah.
Jeff Rosenstock, another one of my favorite guitar music people.
Yeah.
He is unbelievable. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
Jeff Rosenstock.
Such a good show.
It was.
Yeah.
Those are got to be my top ones right now.
Top.
Yeah.
Jackson, what about you?
It's just music that has guitars in it. That's what we're going for.
Guitar music.
Guitar music.
Yeah, it's guitar music, bro.
All right, guitar music. Let's see. It's gonna be a wide range. I think compared to these two, my music taste is vastly different, which is I always find really funny.
You and I bond over Takanaka though.
Oh yeah, Takanaka, great. Masayoshi Takanaka, incredible. I listen to a lot of Tatsuro Yamashita as well. Just like anything Japanese, I don't know, city pop, just like Japanese pop, but specifically the old stuff. Not that the new stuff is bad. Rei, just R-E-A, or I can't spell, R-E-I, is a Japanese rock star, I want to say, and she makes a great album. She had made a great album in 2021 called Quilt. I listen to a lot of Black Midi. That's probably the more like modern guitar music. I'm trying
Great
to think.
band.
Great band, great stuff.
We were talking about Fishman's.
Fishman's
a
a
while
lot
ago.
recently.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I'm like trying to think about like my record collection, what guitar music. I don't know. I listen to a lot of jazz nowadays, which like has some guitar in it, but it goes pretty crazy.
Do you like Chick Corea?
Yeah, we were yeah, God, what song? So I just went to jazz night at the Shrine, and Jens played a Chick Corea song.
Really?
Yeah, I like, it's in my phone.
It's
but
probably
I don't
like
know if it-
Spain or something.
Yeah, but maybe I
That's a
don't think
good
it.
one.
I don't think it was that, but
That would be like the obvious pick, I think.
But yeah, I've listened to a little bit of their stuff. I don't know. I just listen. It's so funny. Like most of the albums that like Evan will listen to, I've either like, not that I've never heard them, but I've like heard like 3 songs off of them, and I'm like, yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
And then I just proceed to like
Just go listen.
dive
to
on like
stuff.
some like crazy ass, just like Japanese jazz fusion from like the 70s or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're just different in that way. It's
My
what-
favorite part of
it's
that
scary.
jazz night was they did the song "Wave" by Antonio Carlos Jobim,
Classic.
and right at the end of the song, they proceeded to break out for like 30 seconds a jazz rendition of "Boulevard of Broken Dreams"
That's
by Green Day.
amazing.
And yeah, do it for the. In the words of Jackson,
Do it for the culture.
Do it for the culture.
Do it for the
They
culture.
do it for the culture.
Culture will give back.
Exactly.
I love seeing 2 people that have a lot of jazz and like jazz fusion stuff in their like, you know, taste, because that's a lot of what I listen to. Like
I'm super into it.
all
So
day,
good.
every time I'm walking to work or whatever, I'm just listening to jazz fusion and like just whenever, you know.
Do you listen to Jean-Luc Ponty?
No, actually.
You should.
I should.
He's amazing. He's
Have you-
he's a jazz fusion like violinist. His peak was in like the 70s. I think he still makes music, but
Nice.
he has some amazing albums from the 70s, like really really good jazz fusion where the focus is on his violin playing, and he's amazing.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
You should listen to Ollie Howe. There's a new album that came out last year called 6. Banger.
How do you
Sup-
spell that?
It's Ollie Howe, Olihowe. Everyone at home also listen to Ollie Howe. 6 is a great album.
Yeah, seeing that jazz show the other night, kind of, because I used to listen to a lot of jazz in high school. Like that, my senior year, I went to like a private like art school, and so I would just listen to a lot of like a lot of what I listen to now, but also like a lot of John Coltrane and Miles Davis and like Ornette Coleman. And
I love Miles Davis.
yeah, seeing that the other night was like, man, made me realize, one, I'm never gonna have the musicianship of like jazz drummers.
Dude, they're
or-
like, let me tell you, they're like 3 times your age.
Well, that's true, but also like they're doing stuff with these instruments that I would never think to do, which is really cool. But also, it's kind of like, oh my goodness,
Don't let
Like,
it bring you down, as they say.
Yeah.
Right? You gotta.
Yeah.
That's for David right there. You gotta let it. Feel your soul, feel your
Yeah.
inspiration.
Yeah.
You know, if there is another thing that I bring to Moon Reservoir, it's probably like jazz chords.
Yeah,
Whenever I bring in something that I've written, there's always some wacky jazz.
there's
chords in it.
always
Especially, I feel like the best example is Stumped,
yeah,
which basically that
like-
was like
yeah.
I brought in
Those are
that
like-
song
oh.
pretty much fully formed, I think,
Well,
and we like
think
put
the
it
main
together. I
part-
had like all the pieces,
yeah,
but I think like the pre-chorus in particular,
yeah,
is very jazzy. I love that part.
yeah. Yeah, jazz is great.
It's incredible.
That's all I got.
So we want to discuss guilty pleasure music.
I was
I don't know,
literally,
it's just like-
I was literally thinking about this earlier today, actually. Fuck, man. Do you guys have guilty pleasure music?
Yeah, we were just talking about it.
Were we?
Muse.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
true.
Muse.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We were
That's
just
fair.
discussing this. I feel like, I mean, Muse has some incredible music. They also have some very not incredible music. And I listen to all of it.
Yeah.
We were just talking about Will of the People. I'll listen to Will of the People. I'll listen to, I mean, I feel like Kill or Be Killed is a really good song, regardless. That's a very good song.
Yeah.
But even the bad songs on that album, I'll listen to them. Muse for me, for sure.
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
Mine's definitely either musicals. Not to say that either of these are bad. I'm David here. I'm not coping, but I'm just saying like these things, they're great. Musicals, just anime music, openings,
Yeah,
soundtracks, anything in
yeah.
between.
Like the Evangelion soundtrack.
Yeah,
or
that's great unironically. I'm
Yeah.
talking like I can't say bad anime soundtracks because they're all good. You know?
They're all good, yeah.
Fight me.
Yeah. Then none of it's guilty. If it's all that's
Well, then,
good.
like, what is guilty pleasure? Like, you gonna say
That's-
pop music just because it's popular, it's bad?
That's
Like,
true.
when Party in the USA comes on,
Yeah.
my hip's shaking.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, all right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had another guilty pleasure, and maybe this counts more than Muse does, it would be like I really, really enjoy listening to old, like, Flash game music. So, like,
That ain't guilty.
I listen to a lot of, like Club Penguin music, and you guys ever play Age of War 2?
No, I did play a lot of Club Penguin though.
There's a song in Age of War 2 that I genuinely play, like, at least once a week consistently. It's so good. I listen to a lot of stuff like that, and I listen to a lot of like Game Boy Advance game soundtracks.
Those are so good, though.
It's just like not something you would normally listen to, but I
Yeah.
listen to them a lot,
What about-
especially while I'm working.
What about the Balloons Tower Defense music?
Yes,
That-
actually,
that
Balloons
menu-
music
oh
is
my God,
awesome.
so good. Let me tell you, I know. It goes so hard. Potential cover.
Okay. Yeah, I think a specific song that I can name off the top of my head is "Drive" by Incubus. Maybe just Incubus in general. That band is so sick. Like that Make Yourself album, so good. A lot of like video game soundtracks for me, like the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 and Knuckles soundtrack.
Written by Michael Jackson. Incredible.
Yeah, with Michael Jackson is freaking S tier, dude. Like a lot of the early Sonic games have really good.
Sonic Heroes, banger.
Yeah,
Seaside
soundtrack.
Hill, banger.
Exactly.
Sonic Unleashed, that like windmill theme,
Oh, dude,
banger.
banger.
Got the violin, got
Yeah.
those like hand drums in
Um,
it. Plock
I'm trying to
soundtrack,
think.
banger.
Trying to think of like bands. I don't know.
I
I don't really feel guilty about anything that I
Yeah.
listen to.
It's
That's
true.
the thing.
There's a super deep cut that I listen to all the time. You guys remember the video, the Numa Numa video
Mm-hmm.
from like 2006 of the guy going, Amaya.
Yeah, yeah.
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 So that guy makes music, and his name is Gary Bralsma, and his music sounds like Flash games from the 2000s. So I obviously love it. I listen to his music all the time. It's not like life-changing music, but I love it. He has an album called Haunted House of Pancakes. It has all the songs have like 900 streams on Spotify, and I'm all of them.
Hell yeah.
You're the one
Hell
listener.
yeah. Hell yeah.
You're the one listener to that
Yeah.
one
Die
song.
hard fan.
It's great. I love it.
I got one more good one.
Yeah.
Ghost Adventures TV show with Zach Baggins.
My friend
No
and I were
way.
talking about this the other
He
day.
makes really incredible like just EDM music with incorporating his like voice lines from the TV show. And so one of
That's
the
so
there'll be
wild.
like some ones that are like
It's so wild.
and it's so funny. They'll have some where it's like I don't know, it's like there's a girl in here and it's like reverb and it's just like going to like really good house music or it's like what's going on, bitch? And it's like oh, it's so good. You really gotta look up
crazy.
Zach Bagans, just like Ghost Adventures, but his music. God, I don't remember what his like his album is, but he's got one great one. That's guilty pleasure, but I ain't guilty about it.
Yeah.
I love me
There's,
some Ghost Adventures.
I guess I have one more. This is like a really generic guilty pleasure, but like early Weezer, I guess would be like really.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I listen to all Weezer. I listen to Green Album.
Oh,
What about Teal?
I feel so bad for you. No, because like those first two Weezer records, great, really good. But then there was this unreleased record called
Songs from the Black Hole.
Songs from the Black Hole
Yeah.
that was supposed to be Pinkerton, but then halfway through the lead singer was like, "Oh, this is really lame. I'm gonna be really sad," because he like got an operation on his leg to like make his leg shorter because like both of his legs were uneven, and he went to Harvard and was like studying classical music, and yeah, he was just like, well, I'm gonna write a space rock opera about how this guy is like really lonely up in space and he needs a girlfriend. And it's like some of the songs are actually really good. Like there's a song called Blast Off.
I was about to mention Blast Off.
Blast Off's
That's
probably
my
like the
favorite.
best song, and it's the first song like for that record.
They still play it live, actually.
Do they really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I'd say like early Weezer for me. There are some songs that I get really sick of though, like "Say It Ain't So" or like "Sweater
True.
Song."
True.
That's
But like
broken
my
heart.
name is Jonas. It's so hard. Where the
So
chorus
good.
where he's like, "The workers are going home." I'm like, I got my fucking lighter up in the air. I'm
You're
like,
damn right the workers are going
You're
home.
damn right, Rivers. The workers are going home.
I
Those
used to-
workers do be going.
I used to be able to tolerate Weezer, and then I worked at Blaze Pizza, and for some
God.
reason, a lot of the time there would be Weezer playing, and I just cannot now.
I'm so
Like,
sorry.
my boss's playlist apparently contained a lot of Weezer because I heard way too much there. So
like Weezer, like, but what else though? Was it, like-
he was like
It's
a
just Weezer.
pop punk guy. He was really
Oh,
into
weird.
Green Day,
That's-
and
Okay, yeah.
he was into like some like heavier like classic punk bands, like some hardcore punk and like
Yeah.
less poppy stuff, but also just a huge Green Day fan. And then he
Interesting.
listened to a lot of Weezer, and it was just mostly Green Day and Weezer and stuff of like a similar vibe.
Mm.
It was
Yeah.
yeah.
Actually, Green Day. That's another one. That's another like guilty pleasure
Mhm.
for me. A lot of
Yeah.
like early Green Day is like I mean Dookie. I will defend Dookie.
That
Yeah.
album is
Mm,
great.
it's good.
Yeah,
It's great. It's fantastic. But like Kerplunk is also really good.
Kerplunk is underrated.
Yeah.
What Insomniac?
Mhm.
Yeah. And then when they got into the 2000s, they were just like, all right, we're gonna write about how George Bush sucks, and then they made Father of All, and then just lost their whole fan base.
I like Green Day before they were political.
Shut up.
I like Rage
You
Against
gotta
the
get that
Machine.
made into a bumper sticker.
I liked Rage Against the Machine before they started talking about the government and stuff. Like that ruined it for me.
I feel like Green Day is only like guilty because a lot of people like don't like them for some reason, but like a lot of people that like them like really like them.
Yeah. And I can
It's-
like kind of get why, because like I mean they started out small and they got really big. Like literally like one of the venues that they like used to play at like banned them when they signed with a major label just
Mhm.
because they were like, oh, they're selling out or whatever. So like I get the discourse behind Green Day, but then
Yeah.
also I'm like, these dudes do be writing some catchy tunes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is no one like I don't hear a lot of
Yeah.
people being able to do the bridge of Burnout.
Oh yeah,
That
dude.
those drum fills are nuts.
It's so
man.
crazy. Da, 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 da,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
so crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like-
my favorite song on Dookie.
That's my
Other
favorite
than
song on
Basket
Dookie, too.
Because I mean,
Basket
how can
Case is
Basket
good.
Case not be?
Mhm.
good?
Yeah.
It's so good.
Your favorite song isn't All by Myself, dude?
I know, I'd say Burnout more than Basket Case personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I just think Basket Case is I hate saying it's overplayed, like when stuff is overplayed, but I've heard it too many times that like
Mhm.
now
Yeah.
I just
That's
when
fair.
I hear it I'm like,
yeah.
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 That's fair. I
But
still
the
love
album's
it.
still great.
Mhm.
I can still listen to the album and have a great time. You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were going to ask some other questions, but we don't have that much time, so we're going to skip straight to talking about Treefort
Mhm.
coming up real soon here. What artists are you guys most excited for?
Me personally, I'm really excited for Built to Spill. I'm really excited for Ty Segall. I feel like a lot of just like the Treefort like main staples like Spoonbenders we're really looking forward to. There's this band called Hotline TNT who they're kind of a newer like indie rock band. They just put out a record on Jack White's label, Third Man, which is really good. It's called Cartwheel, and they're playing. My friend Ezra's band Rhododendron, they're going to be playing, and they're so sick. I'm trying to think of who else. This band called The Mesthetics, which is it's Joe Lally and Brendan Canny from Fugazi. That's like their current band, and it's like jazz punk, which is like the weirdest thing in the world. Like it's the two of them, and they have this guy named James Brandon Lewis, who's like this really like just crazy like saxophonist. So yeah, this band called Flesh Produce too. They're rad. They're like this like noisy like glitchy like grunge band. It's only like a singer and a drummer, which is crazy. But yeah, those are like a couple that I'm looking forward to.
I'm not just on my phone, by the way. I'm looking at my
Yeah.
Treefort schedule.
Yeah.
Subway Surfer.
Over here with Super Auto Pets.
Get the dog.
Well, I mean, the interesting thing about Treefort this year is that I'm not really familiar with like any of the artists that are playing it. So this year for me, I'm really excited about because I don't really have any shows that I like need to be at. So I was able to go through and add like all of the bands that I've never heard of that sounded really cool to me to my schedule. So like looking through my schedule, I couldn't tell you what any of these bands make, but I just remember thinking they were cool. So everything that's on my schedule, I do remember in particular this band, Los Chapillacas.
Wish I knew how to pronounce it.
I don't know
but
how to pronounce
good
it.
one.
I'm very white, but they looked incredible. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them. And Afrosonics, because one of my friends plays bass in this band, and they look really cool.
Nice.
Jackson,
Those are my picks.
What about you?
I got Arm & Hammer. Basically, the entire
yeah,
Wednesday
Arm &
Treefort
Hammer.
Music Hall schedule. Don't care about anything else. I'm just going to be at the Treefort Hall. Arm & Hammer, incredible. There's a band out of... I want to make sure I get them correct here. They're called Moldes, and they're out of Peru. I saw them maybe like 2
they're
or
on
3
my
years
schedule.
ago at the Sonic Room, Masonic Temple Blue Room or whatever. Super good, super incredible. There's this cool cumbia band called Lobo Lara. They make you groove. They make you groove hard as hell. These guys right here, they got on the DJ set. They got Chili Willy. Great guy, great guy. Deep Valley. I'm ready to see them.
Oh yeah,
I've
Deep
been
Valley.
jamming them.
That's like the last tour that they're doing
It
too.
is.
I'm pretty sure.
I was so good at lives on Guitar Hero Live.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Live Deep Valley was on that, and I'm good.
The Deep Valley was on Guitar Hero.
Yes, they're on Guitar Hero Live.
Oh
Those were-
what? Oh wow.
Dude, they're getting big.
That's crazy.
I want to see Foul Weather. Danny on
Yeah.
bass.
They're the band I'm
Incredible.
so excited
I
for.
love Danny so much. Used to be my music mentor. There's this cool band, Moon Reservoir, one might say, Friday, 4:20 p.m. at the Treefort Hall.
Yeah.
Great time, great time. Shameless self-promotion. There's also a band called Sova the Second. They're really good. I definitely don't play in them, but they're also super good. This nice groove of like
Yeah.
jazz, alternative songwriter, math rock, a little bit of everything in there. Yeah, that's about it. There's some other good ones. I like just exploring things.
Yeah.
I hate seeing people from Boise. No shit against the Boise music scene.
Yeah.
Great musicians. But at Treefort, I'm like here to watch all the bands from out of the country because like they're never gonna come back
Right.
unless they're Moldes and they're cool. But I just love, I love seeing all the international bands. Super
Yeah.
cool.
There was like.
Mhm.
Yeah, and again, no shade to like any of our local friends at all. We love our local friends, but I think this year I'm kind of like prioritizing like going to see touring bands a lot and just making sure they have an audience. And I remember like one specific instance, like 2 years ago, I went and saw Guided by Voices. They were playing at El Cora Shrine, and then halfway through I left and I saw my friend's band, and it was like probably the worst performance I saw that whole Treefort. No shade to that one friend. I'm sorry. But yeah, Guided by Voices was like, that was one of the craziest. Like, if you ever have a chance to go see Guided by Voices, do it. Because that, I mean, Robert Pollard is like in his 60s now, and he's doing like drop kicks. He's like he's like in indie rock like Mick Jagger. Like he's pulling beers out of a cooler and just like, he's like, "Hi kids, this next song is called Game of Pricks," and then he's just doing drop kicks. It's so sick.
Yeah, I'm trying to branch out a little more this year and listen to some, go to some weird stuff that I like
Yeah.
totally wouldn't usually, And like the only two local bands that I'm like really like I will not miss these sets is Foul Weather and Grimage because they haven't played Treefort before and they're
That's
my best
true.
friends.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like Foul Weather, I've been a huge Foul Weather fan for so long, and then they
Yeah.
took a very long break, and I didn't see them for that whole time because they took a very long break. And then the show they came back for recently, I missed that. So, I
did,
haven't seen them,
dude.
and
It
I'm
was
so
so
sad.
good. It was so
So
good.
I can't wait to see those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True Foul Weather fans, they have their original record on vinyl.
I don't have it on vinyl. I got it on CD though.
Nice. I just found it at the record exchange one day, and
I
I'm
tried to find it on
yoink.
vinyl at the record exchange. I couldn't find it. I just got the CD.
It's because Jackson took it.
Because you stole it.
I stock the record exchange. I take my goodies.
I think it's really funny. Mark Maron is headlining
Oh, yeah.
Comedy Fort, which I think is really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and originally it was supposed to be Janine Garofalo, which I don't know if any real heads here have seen the movie Reality Bites. starring Winona Ryder and Ethan Hawke. But she was in that movie. She was also on Saturday Night Live for like a little bit, but then she dropped out, and we got Mark Maron. So I'm excited for that.
Crazy.
Crazy stuff.
So this is a personal, like, bum favorite question. Like, we ask this a lot, but, like, if you could jam with anyone dead or alive, who would it be? Individual answers.
Easy one for me is Rob Crow from Pinback, but also I'm just a big fan of anything that man has been involved in. Like he plays in this band called Thingy, which is really crazy, like math rock stuff. He was also in a band called Heavy Vegetable, which if you go on YouTube, there's a live set of Heavy Vegetable, and Mark Hoppus from Blink-182 like introduces them. He's like, all right, this next band is from San Diego and they're called Heavy Vegetable, and I'm just like, what the fuck is Mark Hoppus doing there? So my immediate answer is Rob Crow. Besides that, probably Zach Hill. That would be another one. Zach Hill is the drummer for Hella and Death Grips. Probably, yeah.
You're in order to introduce him.
Fred Armisen's favorite musician.
Kelly Clarkson show.
Oh yeah,
You can talk about anything that you want. You have 1 minute to talk about
He talks
anything you
about
want.
Zach
and he
Hill.
talks about how much he loves Zach Hill. He's like, my favorite musician ever of all time is Zach Hill.
My favorite one was, there's this dude Nick Reinhardt. He plays in a band called Terra Melos. More recently, he also plays in a band called Disheveled Cuss. But he used to like make music with Zach Hill, and he was talking about, because they like kind of grew up in like the same scene, and one of his friends was like, oh, you got to go see this band called Hella. And at the time he was like, oh yeah, I was like really into like IDM like type stuff, like Aphex Twin and Square Pusher. And he was his friend was like, oh yeah, this guy plays like Aphex Twin like Square Pusher style drums, but like live. And yeah, sure as shit. Yeah, I love Zach Hill.
Shout out Zach Hill.
Yeah. Yeah, Rob Crow, Zach Hill. I'll do a generic one, maybe like Jimi Hendrix. I feel like that would be cool to hang out with that man.
Yeah.
Get to play some tunes. What about you guys?
I think my pick would be Black Francis from the Pixies.
Yeah.
Just because he's got such a... He's such a singular mind. Nobody else writes like he does.
Mm-hmm.
And I think just the way that he uses chords is like, I've never seen anybody else do that. And I would love to write something with him just to like figure out how his brain works and like why he chooses to do these
chords
things he does.
chords and lyrics too.
And
Because that
lyrics.
man writes about some strange stuff.
He does.
Like,
But,
like listen to like either Surfer Rosa or Doolittle by the Pixies, and then just look at the lyrics.
Mhm.
It's about some like pretty like avant-garde, like uncommon type
Bone
stuff.
Machine.
Yeah, Bone Machine, or Nimrod's Son.
Yeah, Nimrod's Son for sure.
Yeah.
But I think like if you haven't heard his solo stuff when he was going by
Yeah.
Frank Black, you've got to do yourself a favor and listen to Teenager of the Year,
That's a good
because that album is so like oddball, like off the wall, just the weirdest like music, but it's also just dad rock. And it's like, but just the way he writes and the way he uses his chords and the way his melodies go the complete opposite direction of where you think they're going to go is so interesting to me.
Mhm.
So I'd love to be in the room while he's doing
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, like Los Angeles by Frank Black.
Los Angeles
That's,
is such a good example.
Yeah. Well, yeah, then it starts like really slow, and then there's just like really loud just like part in the middle, and then it goes back to the intro part, and it's like, whoa, like those parts don't really feel like they should go together, but they do, and they like do really well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, Frank Black is a good one.
Sweet.
What about you, Jackson?
Recently deceased, Jimmy Buffett.
Oh.
What a guy. I was lucky enough to see him live when he came to town. Cheeseburger in Paradise. Fins to the left, fins to the right. Margaritaville, incredible. Bangers on bangers on bangers. Gone but not forgotten.
I feel like when we played in Utah, like that was like right when he passed away.
Yeah.
Because I remember
It's
we were
tragic.
staying in that Airbnb, and I was like, "Oh, Jimmy Buffett died," and you were like, "What the fuck, Jimmy Buffett died?" And I was like, "You had I had a moment, like almost a meltdown a little bit."
It was bad.
It was
And
bad.
We dedicated the show that night to Jimmy Buffett, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Going to the big
That
margarita
show
in
in
the
Salt
sky.
Lake, yeah.
I
Nice.
think Eddie Burback going to every Margaritaville is what killed him.
That was like a couple months before, and
That
then
was
he
2
just
months
dies.
before.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
I think it was to provide Jimmy's soul into his body.
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a transfer. It's like how David was born the same day that John Lennon died.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Playboy Cardi was born.
Exactly.
I think maybe a little, like 20 years.
No,
too
little
late.
older than I
exact
thought.
same day. Exact same day. No, but if other than that, I could ramble on a bunch of other people, but I think I'm gonna think somebody who's living. I'd do Shintaro Sakamoto, who that's his like own project, as well as the lead guy in Japanese rock band Yura Yura Taiko. Really good stuff. His new stuff's really nice and mellow. I just want I'd have a lot of Japanese answers, but I don't know. I'm gonna keep it with that one.
There you go.
Check out his records.
We just went to Margaritaville in Vegas like last week.
I see.
Really?
Yeah.
How was your Margaritaville experience?
It was that place is an experience. It is
Kind of like
the
a fever
most.
dream.
Yeah, it does
Yeah.
feel like some sort of weird, strange dream. You walk in and there's just like a rock cave leading to where like the host
Yeah.
area is, and then they show you to your table. There's just like a plane hanging from the ceiling and like a half of a pirate ship. It's like why?
It's
What
like a
is happening?
rainforest cafe, like
It's like
type vibe.
It's.
Um,
I guess that's what I would.
less,
It's like
noisy.
it's like a
less-
theme
yeah.
restaurant, but it's not like a forest, you know.
Yeah,
But there's
yeah.
like also
it's
fish
themed around
tanks.
Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah, they've
Yeah.
got TVs around the whole place with like Jimmy Buffett videos
Yes,
playing.
sir,
Not
yes,
even of him
sir.
playing
No.
music, just him like surfing and stuff.
My favorite,
Just
my
random
favorite
stuff.
piece of Jimmy Buffett trivia is he appears in Jurassic World for like 0.5 seconds.
He's holding the
Yeah,
margarita.
he's only the 2 margaritas. They like
That's
the
so
dinosaurs
funny.
attack like the village, and he's running out of a bar with 2 margaritas for like 0.5 seconds too.
That's
like if you
amazing.
blink and you'll miss it.
I'm gonna rewatch that movie just to find that.
Yeah,
because I
yeah.
know exactly what like part of that movie you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
When the pteranodons are attacking everybody.
Yeah, we got-
Classic.
Gotta point
Classic.
that guy out.
Yeah.
Shout out to Jimmy Buffett.
Shout
Rest
out
in
Jimmy
peace.
Buffett.
True.
Yeah,
That's fair. I
but
still
the
love
album's
it.
still great. I can still listen to the album and have a great time. You know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we this is the part of the show where we usually ask community questions. Unfortunately, we did not get any community questions, especially not Carson and Keegan. Talking directly to you right now.
What the heck, Carson and Keegan?
What
I
the
don't
heck,
know who
Carson
you are.
and Keegan?
But what the heck?
I don't know why we didn't get questions from anybody, specifically you two.
Okay.
Really disappointed, honestly.
Yeah. So, this is
And now we're gonna move
The
on
list
to our
game?
special game.
Wait, we didn't ask the most important question before our special game.
Are we cut?
Who's up next?
Who's up next?
oh.
Who's up next?
Who's
up
up next?
I don't know, but I think they're on third. That's for the old heads out there.
that seriously is like the greatest
Shaggy and
comedy
Sting.
routine of all time.
It's so good.
It's so good. Do you guys know what Jackson's doing?
Yeah.
Thank God.
Who's on first? What's on second?
I don't know who's on third. I
Yeah.
think that's classic.
It's so funny.
Mhm.
So funny.
Thoroughly knocks my socks off.
Okay, now we
have
can
a
go to the
special game.
special
It's
game.
called the list game. I have a list of 10 things and the topic, and you guys have to guess what that list is comprised of.
Oh God.
Our first thing is the top 10 best bands with numbers in their name according to Ranker, which
Are-
is community polling.
How are we
Blink
gonna-
182.
I
Are
want
we
to
gonna,
joke.
like,
Yeah,
go around
Blink
the
182.
circle?
Yeah, we'll go. Okay, everyone gets one guess.
Oh,
You
sorry,
only
I thought
get
we
to
were just
guess
gonna
one-
Who are we
one-
starting
them
with?
off?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Guess one at a time.
Dude, this is tough.
You have to wait for someone else.
Oh,
What the
okay.
fuck?
Okay.
Don't
Blink
go.
182 is number 2 on the list.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
repeat the topic,
The
please.
top 10 best bands with numbers in their name according to Ranker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Community voting.
We'll go Third Eye Blind.
It's a good.
That is
That hasn't-
not included.
Oh damn.
I gotta look at my Spotify to like.
Yeah.
I'm bad at thinking.
No.
That's cheating. It's
I
cheating.
can't-
It's cheating.
I'm not gonna.
Blink 182 second.
You can't.
I can't think of things off the top of my head.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
That's how brains work.
Mm-mm.
Shh.
I don't
Shh.
think.
Shh. Wait.
Gang of Four.
Wait, are we just spouting now?
Not there.
Not there.
We were gonna go in a circle, but that's kind of falling apart.
Yeah, Evan did
Yeah,
it
sorry.
twice.
I had.
Well, cause then like it's just thinking.
100 Gex?
Not there.
Oh really? That's actually
What
a really
about
good
Three
guess.
Doors Down?
Oh.
Not there. That's number 11.
Oh.
That's like the only thing I know.
Goodness.
I'm like
Jackson 5.
Oh.
Bro, that's a
Number
good
3.
guess.
Okay.
Oh,
fair.
okay.
Maroon 5?
Not there.
Thank God.
Thank God.
I'm so surprised though.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
I was gonna say that as a joke. I'm like, just the Beatles, just to be funny.
The Fab Four. That's the nickname.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay.
Who is that though?
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Goodness.
We'll go. This is a really long shot. 3 Mile Pilot.
I don't even know what that
Ain't
is.
no way. Ain't no way.
These are popular bands.
Oh, they're
21 Pilots.
Dude.
Oh, that's a
Good.
good one.
Not there. I think they were like number 20.
Damn.
What?
And this is bands specifically?
This is specifically band.
Okay. I was gonna say like
21 Savage.
21 Lil Harold.
6'9", dude. Keshi.
Dude, I don't even know. That's really difficult.
How many do we have? We have like
Blink-182 is the
3,
only
right?
one.
Out of 10?
Yeah, you guys got Jackson 5, Blink-182. Actually, that's the only one.
Yeah, because Three Doors Down was 11.
We didn't even
Oh,
do.
man.
Can we have a hint?
Yeah. So there's there's 2 like bands from the 2000s on here.
That's a long time, my
Late
brother.
90s or,
2000.
like,
Late 90s, early 2000s. Okay. Alien Ant Farm.
not there.
Not there.
Try Hard Ninja.
Not there.
Smash Mouth.
I just want to name meme stuff now.
Not there.
Captain Sparkles.
All the garbage I listen. It's not garbage. All the stuff I listen to is like
Ninja Sex Party.
I listen to all jazz stuff. So it's like the blank quintet, and it's like I don't think that counts as a
Yeah.
number technically.
Yeah. Dang, that's tough, man.
Why is this so hard?
Two-door Cinema Club?
Not there.
Probably not. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
What?
The 1975?
Not there.
Oh, that's a good
Yeah, wait.
guess.
Bands that are
Dang.
just numbers. What the frick?
Death from Above, 1979.
Not there.
Dang.
There's no way. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no
We
way.
might need to cheat a little.
I don't listen to popular
Spotify?
music.
Sure, you guys can Spotify cheat.
Okay.
Ah.
Ah!
I'm a
Sorry.
cheater. I'll cheat in school.
I'm
I'll
not
cheat
gonna pull up
in-
my phone. I'm not gonna pull up my phone.
Evan's
Because you've
cool.
got
Oh,
good guess.
Evan is like a letterbox champ.
Yeah, truly. Yeah, my some of my reviews
who
on
am I looking at?
Letterboxd,
Albums? Sort by
they do be pretty good.
title?
If you sort by artist, I think numbers come up first, so it would be stuff that has
You're a
numbers
genius.
first.
Yeah, that's what I was trying. I don't have any.
Carol King's the first one that pops up.
311?
She on there?
Not there.
Okay.
Oh dang! What?
That's damn. I really don't have a lot of people that are just numbers.
No.
I guess it's anywhere in the name. Shit.
Oh, I found one, but I don't think it would be on there. First aid kit.
Not there.
Okay.
That's not. I don't think that counts as a number for this, but
Oh.
Ben
oh,
Folds 5?
okay.
I love
Beat me to
Ben
it.
Folds.
Yeah.
Ben Folds is one of my all-time favorites.
Andre 3K, man, he's not a band now.
The first one's really obvious. You guys are gonna be really mad if you don't.
Well,
get it.
okay.
I'm gonna
Oh.
cry.
I bet you.
Oh no.
I don't listen to popular music, dude.
Same.
Mm.
This is cheating, but B-52s, because I just looked at them.
Yeah, that's number 5.
Okay.
B-50. That's good. That's really good.
God, I love Rock Lobster.
You guys could just look up the list.
No.
I'm
going through
we're
my
not cheating that
Oh,
hard.
you know.
This is hints, not like straight up cheating.
I'll cheat, but I'm
Can
not
you
gonna
give
cheat.
us a hint for the top one?
It's a duo.
Two.
It's not 100 Gex.
Red Light Challenge.
Duo.
Red Light Challenge. Yeah, the best
Two.
duo of all time.
Rhett and Link.
Red
Shut
Light.
up. No.
Two. It's got to be two something, right?
Probably.
Just the two of us.
It isn't.
Oh my god, I have
not
such a
two?
terrible.
What?
I have an awful long shot guess. The Devil Makes 3.
Not there.
I just scrolled over them.
M83.
Not there.
Whoa. C418.
9 Inch Nails.
That would
That's
be.
number 1.
Oh.
Okay, that makes so much. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Why did that take so long?
I can't believe I didn't get 9 Inch Nails. I was literally listening to the Downward Spiral like 2 days ago.
C418 is a great guess.
Yeah.
That's
The
a
Minecraft
really good
soundtrack.
guess. That's very good.
Yeah. It's because I cheated.
Damn.
Come on.
I hate this band, but you too.
That's number 4.
Oh.
Hey.
I'm not alone on that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
like them that much either.
Yeah.
That's
You
good.
guys have the first 5.
We have the first 5.
I would call that a victory.
Yeah, yeah.
I got
Well,
in
it's
trouble
a
for
W.
hating you
Popular
too.
ones.
That's a W.
Don't get in trouble. It's a fact.
Tap out whenever.
Los. No, wait. That's.
I'm tapping out. There's
Yeah,
no
I'm
way I
tapped.
can do anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I can
Um,
either.
Did we do Maroon 5?
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
Okay, they're not there.
Okay, wait. Give us a couple more.
Oh, the band that does Fat Lip. Sum 41.
That's number 10.
Hey,
Oh.
let's go.
Literally. never
I
listened to those
have
people.
no other ones.
I've never listened to them. I don't know a single one of theirs.
I think Fat Lip.
I
only
give
know
up.
because- Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, what do we got?
So number 6 was Four Tops. Number 7 was UB40. Number 8 was Matchbox 20. Number 9 was Frankie Valley and the Four Seasons.
I don't even know.
That's a great.
The only one I
hotel
ever would have gotten is
landscaping.
Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Four Tops is the Istanbul, not Constantinople. Originally.
Yeah.
Not They Might Be Giants.
I thought that was
Yeah.
Turkey.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Ottoman Empire. My bad. My bad.
You were so close.
I should have
That's
gotten
so
it.
close.
Our next list is the top 10 greatest TV shows of all time according to Ranker.
Sopranos.
Young Sheldon.
Okay. Hold on.
You know, he's got all
Sonic Underground.
The Office.
I was about to say that. When you
Sonic
talked
X,
about
let me
Sonic,
tell you.
the
Oh my
Sonic,
god.
theme songs
Yeah.
from the-
Dude, you know what's messed up about that? The three Sonic has siblings
Yeah.
in that show,
Yeah.
and then they're just never talked
Sonic's
about ever
parents, my
again.
man.
Yeah.
Should we do a circle for this one? I
Yeah,
think
let's
this one's
try a
easier.
circle
Okay, let's
for this
actually
one, starting
try.
with Jack.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
top 10 greatest TV shows.
Yeah, of all time according to Ranker. It's
There's good
medium
options, but my opinion, SpongeBob SquarePants.
forward. That is not there.
Fucked
Oh.
up.
Should be.
Ranker's wrong.
Sopranos.
You already said that. It's number 5.
Oh, I didn't know we were
Yeah.
counting that one. I just
Okay.
kind of blurted it.
Do
I get another guess or no? You
That'll
go.
be
You go.
We'll go. Obvious answer. We'll go Breaking Bad.
That's number 1.
Baking Bad.
Hey, there we go.
Ooh.
I said Seinfeld.
Not there.
Come
Literally never
on,
seen that.
man.
I've never seen that.
The Office.
That is number 9.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
My
Jackson.
turn again?
Yeah, Jackson. You got another one.
Young Sheldon.
Young Sheldon.
Big Bang Theory.
Bazinga.
If that was on the list, I might have to leave.
Yeah.
Just stop playing.
I know some good answers though, because you can go next. I got
Game of Thrones.
Oh.
Makes
That
sense.
is number 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go The Simpsons.
Not there.
That's crazy
Oh.
too.
Such a good guess.
What
Yeah.
about Better Call Saul? Just
That's
because.
number 2.
Yeah, that
What?
makes sense.
Okay. I get it.
Two
I knew that had to be on
Just
there.
because it's super popular, I don't really know what the Ranker people are like, but Friends.
Not there.
Really?
Dang.
MASH.
Not there.
That's fucked. That was literally the most watched thing in like history. For
It was, and it ran for so long.
Yeah. How is
Yeah.
that
Yeah, that's
Ranker?
weird.
I rank you 0 out of 10.
The people that use Ranker and rank
Not
things
good.
probably aren't the generation that would be watching
Yeah.
MASH.
I'm just saying.
I was on Ranker yesterday, and the lists are like top 10 most obscure facts that you didn't know about Jimi Hendrix's wife, and there's like 90 voters. Yeah, like 90 people voted on which of the facts were the best out of these obscure facts, or something like that.
Succession.
Not there.
I
Should be.
That feels
knew
way
you were
too
gonna say that.
recent.
We'll go Mad Men.
Not there.
What?
Twin Peaks.
Not there.
What?
I'm gonna have to skip.
You didn't skip.
Can't think of anything.
Personally, I prefer David Lynch's weather reports.
Oh, dude, I love those videos.
Super good.
Yeah.
Gone but not forgotten. He now opened a jazz club in New York. God, I had one. Oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, that's a
I'm
good
trying
one.
to think of like animated shows. These people
that's
have
actually
no
that's
respect.
a good move. Wait. I
Yeah.
don't
That's why
know- I don't
SpongeBob
know
should have been on
anime.
there.
Wait.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
My favorite
Isn't
movie.
like SpongeBob like I remember reading something that SpongeBob was like the most like
It's peak.
viewed like cartoon of all time.
That wouldn't be surprising.
No,
'cause
no,
it also
yeah.
ran for so long. Like
Well, it's still
it's
going.
still going. New seasons.
Yeah,
It's like
wow.
Forrest Gump, my guy.
That's crazy.
Are there
Still running.
are there any animated ones on there?
There are 3 animated ones.
Oh,
It is not freaking SpongeBob.
I know, that's-
Avatar.
Yeah.
Weird.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Did you go?
Yes, Avatar: Last Airbender. That's one.
Parks and Recreation.
Not
Oh,
there.
I have one.
God, I hate sitcoms.
Family Guy.
Not there.
Thank God.
The classic Canadian public access television show Survival Man, aka Cataclysm.
Survival
I'm not gonna
Man?
answer whether
I
or
think
not.
it's called Survival.
It's not just Survivor Man?
I think it's Survival Man.
Are we thinking of different things?
Are you-
Survivor Man was great. It's like one guy just goes out in the
That's
woods.
Bear Grylls. I'm talking about Survival Man, the public access TV show about the Cataclysm.
I'm talking
I
about
have no
Survivor
idea what
Man.
this is.
Great. It's like Bear Grylls, but
It's not there.
okay.
I'll show you guys. You got to see it.
BoJack Horseman.
Not there.
Ain't no way. God, I had a good one. Goodness, I had such a good one, and then I immediately forgot it thinking about Survivor Man. God, I love Survivor Man.
So wait, how many do we have so far?
You guys have 1, 2, 3.
What?
Wait, it was Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, Sopranos,
Game of Thrones and The Office.
Game of Thrones. and The
Can we
Office.
get a
Okay.
hint?
It's a military show.
But it's not MASH.
But it's not MASH?
That's
Not
crazy.
MASH? What?
Naked and Afraid.
Okay.
I'm like trying to remember.
Fictional military show.
Band of Brothers.
Yes.
Mm.
that is
Okay,
number
yeah,
4.
yeah.
There you go.
Okay, wait. So like,
Shout out Rob Riggle.
what are popular? Scott Pilgrim Takes Off.
The Masked Singer.
The Voice?
Not there.
That'd be-
Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Not there.
Wait, what are popular animated shows?
I'm trying to I could get
Regular
There's just
show?
so many
Not there.
Bluey.
Not there.
We were just talking
The Amazing
about
World of
Should be there.
Gumball.
What?
Oh.
The Amazing World of Gumball.
Not there.
Dude.
Oh.
Is it like adult animation or like kids show animation?
And it's not.
They're all kids shows.
And it's not
Oh, kids
SpongeBob.
And it's not
Okay.
Not to,
That's-
not to blast
that's
regular
fucked
show
up,
or like
dude.
Gumball,
No,
but
yeah.
like SpongeBob should be on there.
Gravity
Yeah.
Falls?
Not there.
Thank God. Not as like a hate, but like SpongeBob is better. I'm the SpongeBob
Yeah,
defender.
SpongeBob
I am the
supporter.
SpongeBob defender.
Yeah.
Battle for Bikini Bottom, banger video game.
That's so true.
Played it literally
Dude, I don't think
yesterday.
any of us are disagreeing with you.
I know, I'm just saying, but I did you say an animated show?
Really trying to
It
defend it,
hurts
to
me.
nobody.
Did he play Tales from the Krusty Krab?
Yes, sir.
Was the second
Revenge
one?
of the Flying Dutchman.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Bangers. Animated.
Like, is it like
Smurfs?
Like, what generation
No.
of like kids?
Scooby Doo.
That's number 8.
Is
Oh.
it a
Scooby-Doo, nice.
Hanna-Barbera product? Like Jetsons or Flintstones?
I was going to
Looney
guess
Tunes?
Flintstones.
No.
Looney Tunes is good.
Oh wait, Looney Tunes is number 7.
Okay, I'll accept.
Sesame
So
Street.
wait, 2 more?
So
There's only one more animated one.
only one more animal. How many total left?
How many total left? 2.
Two
Okay.
left.
Two?
One of
Okay.
them's animated.
Okay, one of them is animated.
And it's also a kids show.
It's also.
Is it pre-2000 or post? Did it happen after before
Pre-2000.
9/11? Let's go. Okay. It
We'll
was a simpler
go.
time
We'll
back then.
go.
The good old
Batman
days.
the animated series.
Not there.
Oh,
Messed up.
Ninjago. That's 2000.
That's a
There was like a
post
musical
9/11
tone
type
to
of
that.
video.
Ninjago.
Terrible guess. Johnny Bravo.
Not there.
No.
Super good.
Wait, was the Brave Little Toaster
Rugrats?
like 90s? The Brave
Yeah,
Little
Oh, yeah,
That was
Toaster.
a movie.
Ren and-
That was
yeah.
a movie,
Oh,
right?
I went
That was
Ren
like a
and
movie
Stimpy?
series. I don't think that was a
Not
show.
Wasn't Rugrats?
No.
Not Ed and Eddie?
Dude.
If you
The Grim
tell us
Adventures of Billy and
what-
Mandy.
If you tell us what network it aired on, would that
Cursed
be a
Cowardly
giveaway?
Dog?
Cartoon Network owns it now. I don't know what it
Oh.
was aired on originally.
Okay.
Okay.
Is
Like Boomerang Cartoon Network?
what was
Network?
is Teen Titans Go like the original? What's the original?
Teen Titans
Would
used
it
to
be like
be
just
Teen
Flintstones?
Titans.
Well, I think
Isn't
we
that
already
90s?
guessed
Did we
Flintstones.
guess Flintstones?
No, and it's not there.
It's not there. Okay.
Not Jetsons?
Not Jetsons, not Flintstones.
Yogi Bear?
No.
It's not the Smurfs.
Let's just say all the things that are on cereal.
Captain Planet.
It's not there.
Ugh.
Is it like a DC like superhero thing,
No.
Okay, so
Not
it's its
Mm.
own
or like a Marvel?
Yeah.
property.
It's
It's
a
one-
little silly. That's what I'll
It's a little,
A little silly.
silly.
Don't you feel silly?
What age group of children?
like 3 to 5.
Three to five.
Really little. Okay.
Okay.
Wow,
okay.
wow, whoopsie.
5-year-old.
That's
Oh, that's 2000.
that's yeah.
That's 2000.
Gosh dang it.
Oh goodness.
Trying to think.
Yep.
To be honest, I wasn't a 3 to 5 year
might
old
need to-
before 2000, so this
I
is
don't know.
tough.
Yeah.
Like the Little Einsteins.
That's no way.
That's gotta
That's
be post
That's
2000.
Disney.
Yeah.
Channel.
Yeah.
Is it?
I'm pretty sure.
And so there's one that's live action still. Is that pre or post 9/11?
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know.
Lost?
I've heard of it. No, it's not that.
What's the first letter?
Ooh.
Please.
It's not.
The Walking Dead.
No.
Thank God.
Walking
Wait,
Dead.
wait, it's the W.
What
Wait,
the
it
heck?
is?
How did I get that?
The
Wait.
Hmm. The
The Winners.
That's what I was gonna say.
the,
That's
the,
The
Watchmen?
The Witcher.
The Witcher.
Wait, they know it's
No,
the
no,
Watchmen.
those-
It's a TV show. What the heck?
Yeah,
The
that's the line.
Where the wild things
I was,
are.
dude, I was gonna say. I was literally like, that'd be a fun.
the wild things are.
Hey, I don't
The
know.
wild things are where?
Might be stumped.
Dude, yeah, no, I
stumped.
can't-
Are
if
we
it's-
gonna like? We're gonna know it. and
I
we're
don't
gonna
know
say
how
You are
we're
gonna
not
know
guessing
it
this
too,
3 to
then.
5-year-old show.
The Wince.
Weight Watchers.
That's not it.
That's. Yeah.
Man.
What's the second letter?
What's
An I.
The
The
Witcher.
The Witcher.
That did not help us.
It's The Witcher.
With
Man.
I have no idea. I give up.
the.
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
You guys.
Yeah.
I surrender.
I
I
surrender.
keep
Yeah.
thinking, but
So number 3 was Tom and Jerry.
Dang
Oh.
it, dude!
Oh.
Come on! How do we not get
The
that?
top 3 greatest. Number 3 greatest show of all time is Tom and Jerry.
after
I-
Better Call
Fire.
Saul and Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Remember that.
That's highly.
Remember
which
that.
Actually,
Don't forget
That's highly debatable.
Jerry,
Number
I
2
am the
is
danger.
Wire.
The
Oh,
Wire.
The Wire.
Fuck.
Man.
Dude, that's such a good. Oh my
I
God.
don't know what it is.
There's a
Fuck.
Hannibal Buress bit about The Wire where he's like, I
The
called my
Wire's-
dad the other day, and my dad was like, Hannibal, you ever hear the show The Wire? I'm getting into this show The Wire.
Wire's great.
I'm on the 2nd season right now. It's great. And he was like, I didn't have the guts to tell him that the 2nd season's the worst season.
Yeah.
Well,
People say that 'cause
That's
they
my
hate
opinion
us.
about The
that's
Wire.
all we've got with Moon Reservoir today.
All right.
What
That's
are your
all we
guys'
have.
socials? Upcoming shows?
Anything you want to shout out?
Anything-
We're
At Moon Reservoir,
hey,
top
hey,
1% creator.
Hey, easy.
Content.
You can you can find us. Stop, Jackson. You can find us just at Moon Reservoir, Facebook, Twitter,
Facebook.
YouTube.
Wait, we have a
Instagram.
Facebook?
We have a Facebook.
That's
yeah.
crazy. Do you
We
guys
have
have
a
TikTok?
MySpace, too?
We don't have TikTok.
You gotta get TikTok. You and Moss can make
Moss
content
does-
content
they have
together.
no profile picture, and I'm the
Yeah.
only follower, I think.
Yeah, we're playing Treefort, Friday, March 22nd, Treefort Music Hall, 4:20 p.m. According to Jackson and Bobby Speedy Gray, great time to play a show.
Great time.
Best
Um,
time.
Be nice to each other. Be a good human being.
When are you guys opening for Box Elder?
Oh yeah, April 27th at the Shredder.
That was more of a question for me.
Okay. Yeah, just if you make art, keep making art.
If you don't make
be a
art,
good person.
tough luck.
Yeah.
Nothing I can do.
Just be a good person. That's all I got.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so
Agreed.
much for coming.
Definitely. David, give us a
Yes, thank you
10
for
word or
having us.
less affirmation. 10 words, David. 10 words or less affirmation.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking
Give the people
10
an
word
affirmation,
affirmation.
Give the
of 10
people
words or
some
less.
advice to
10-word
leave or live their
affirmation.
lives
What is
by.
it? What
It
is an
means
affirmation?
it's like say
Closing remarks.
Yeah, something like you could say, "Hey, don't forget eat
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit notification bell or something."
Yeah, that's cool. That's my
Hit
answer.
the
That's a good one.
notification bell. That's exactly 10. Cool.
Yay!